call this meeting to order. The Walpole Select Board at 6:30 p.m. on December 3rd, 2020. We are meeting by Zoom tonight, and present are Steve DeLessio and Cheryl Mayberry and Peggy Pashir, with me, and Regina Borden is our secretary. Sarah Downing is with us as the manager of administration. We are being broadcast by Fact TV, I believe, through their Facebook, and they will be recording us as well tonight. Because we are meeting by Zoom, we will be following some slightly different rules tonight, in that any vote we take will be done by roll call in accordance with the state requirements for Zoom meetings. So is everybody ready?
Yep.
Well, then, Steve, I'm going to ask you to begin, please, with our agenda.
I make a motion to accept the accounts payable check register in the amount of $336,528.95 for checks issued 12/4/2020. Two checks payable to North Walpole include a $188,061 is the district portion of 2020 taxes collected. The other is $35,692.13 for the second half of the pilot monies from the Great River Hydro.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, then I'll call for a vote. Cheryl?
Aye.
Steve DeLessio?
Aye.
And Peggy Pashir? Aye. The accounts payable register is approved.
I make a motion to accept the payroll register totaling $30,574.52 dated 12/4/2020, and the 9/41 payroll tax transfer of $6,036.27.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about the payroll register? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Cheryl Mayberry?
Aye.
Steve DeLessio?
Aye.
Peggy Pashir? I vote aye. The payroll is approved.
I make a motion to accept the select board minutes of November 25th, 2020.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about the minutes from the 25th of November? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Cheryl Mayberry?
Aye.
Steve DeLessio?
Aye.
And Peggy Pashir? Aye. The minutes are approved.
I make a motion to accept the non-public select board session minutes of November 25th, 2020, and they shall remain sealed.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Cheryl Mayberry?
Aye.
Steve DeLessio?
Aye.
Peggy Pashir? Aye. The non-public select board session for November 25th is approved, and it will remain sealed.
I recognize the following committee reports from the North Walpole Village Commissioners meetings of October 20th, October 27th, November 3rd, and November 10th.
Those committee reports from North Walpole are so acknowledged.
You want to take the rest, Cheryl?
Sure. I move to approve the property tax abatement for map 14 lot 5 for $396. It looks like the property tax was reduced.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about this? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. Steve DeLessio?
Aye.
Cheryl Mayberry?
Aye.
And Peggy Pashir? Aye. The property tax abatement for map 14 lot 5 is approved.
I move to approve the property tax abatement for lot 13 sublot or map 13 Lot 3, sublot 1, in the amount of $57. The property had a lot line adjustment, and the taxes are to be prorated between the parties.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about this? Hearing none, I will call for a vote. Steve DeLazio,
Aye.
Cheryl Mayberry,
Aye.
aye, and I'm Peggy Pashier, aye. The map, number 13, lot 3, sublot 1, property tax abatement is approved.
I move to approve the property tax abatement for map 3, lot 82, sublot CL4 in the amount of $5,965. I believe it's for New Hampshire Public Radio. So we had to create a new tax bill for a late form submission.
Okay,
Second.
I skipped something. Did we skip something here? Maybe not. Okay. All right. Are there any questions or comments about this? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Steve DeLazio,
Aye.
Cheryl Mayberry,
Aye.
Peggy Pashier, aye. Map 3, lot 82, CL4 is approved.
You want me to keep going, Steve, or do you want to do?
Yeah, I think your connection's better than mine tonight.
Okay. I move to approve the supplemental tax warrant for map 13, lot 3, sublot 1 in the amount of $57. And it's just the other side of the abatement that we've already approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Steve DeLazio,
Aye.
Cheryl Mayberry,
Aye.
Peggy Pashier, aye. The supplementary tax warrant is approved.
I move to approve another supplemental tax warrant for map 5, lot 2, sublot 10 in the amount of $9,764 for a new home that was not included on the 2020 tax assessment.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about this? I think we brought this up last week and knew this was coming back. Hearing no questions, I'll call for a vote. Steve DeLazio,
Aye.
Cheryl Mayberry,
Aye.
Peggy Pashier, aye. Map 5, lot 2, sublot 10 is approved.
I move to approve the property tax refund for map 8, lot 61 in the amount of $1,310. It was a credit due to a late approval.
Second.
I'll call for a vote if there are no questions. Hearing none. Steve,
Aye.
Cheryl,
Aye.
aye. Map 8, lot 61 is approved. The property tax refund is approved.
I move to approve the property tax refund for map 8, lot 62 in the amount of $1,396. Paperwork was submitted before the deadline, so it's a refund.
Second.
Are there any questions or comments about this? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Cheryl,
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Peggy, aye. Map 8, lot 62, tax refund is approved. Old business, we really don't have a great deal tonight in front of us. The ATV and off-road discussion for classes 5 and 6 will be held next Thursday night at 6:30. We will meet in person in Town Hall because there are so many people who will in fact be coming to that meeting. Present will be the Fish and Game Officer Delisle, and we'll be discussing this a non-public later, but I think it's appropriate that he be with us that night. Lou Shelley has indicated he intends to come as well, and Lou is probably one of the people in town who knows the most about and has done the most research on Class 6 roads over the year and been able to locate those that we seem to have lost track of in the past. Do you have any questions or comments you want to make now in public about this?
I invited the resident who called me about it.
Good, good.
I sent them a personal invitation to the meeting on the 10th.
All right, thank you. So that he's aware that we are meeting in Town Hall,
Yes.
6:30, and this will be the first item of business we take up that night, all right?
Yep.
Is there any other old business that we should discuss tonight?
Steve, how's the sewer bond fee stuff looking?
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of Mark, and I just want to confirm with him the numbers, and then we'll get something out to you.
Okay.
Absolutely, we'll have something before you to look at, so when we come to the 11th meeting, you'll be familiar with the numbers.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I want to speak to the COVID-19 travel policy because today at 3 o'clock, the governor and his epidemiologist discussed a change in their recommended travel policy. In the past, it has been 14 days. Today, they announced that it would be 10 days. So Sarah, I think as you rewrite that travel policy, you'll find that, I'm sure you'll find confirmation of that on the state website, but it goes down now from 14 to 10 days. Even though they also discussed in great detail the fact that we have COVID-19 escalating all over the state. But they also, excuse me,
Yeah, Vermont hit a new record today, too.
did it?
Yep.
The governor also announced today their sort of plan A, if you will, for the vaccine, which they expect by the third week of the month, and how they're going to use it. And they will start with healthcare workers first and work down. But they also recognize that they will be getting limited supplies, but they will get new supplies each week. So it will be on a rotating basis through nursing homes, healthcare workers, etc. And all of that is available if people are interested. They can see it on the state website. If there isn't any other old business, I'll go to new business. And as you know, we have been asked to participate in a budget meeting on Monday with the superintendent of schools and the director of finance for the school system. I understand they are going to be meeting with the 5 towns, the select boards, between 8 and 4, and 1 o'clock evidently has already been taken. So are you, one, willing to meet with the superintendent and director of finance on Monday, December 7th? And if so, what would be the most convenient time for the 3 of us to participate in a Zoom meeting?
How does 10 o'clock sound?
That's fine with me.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
How long is the meeting going to be?
30 minutes.
Okay. That's fine.
Good. Let's keep it to that. Sarah, will you please, in fact, let Misty Bushy know that we would like 10 o'clock on the 7th? for
Yes.
30 minutes?
I'll follow up with her tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much. Is there any other new business that needs to come up tonight? If not,
I just want to say one thing. I made the changes for the district travel guidelines, and I just want to make sure that I know that was a CDC change from 14 to 10. But yeah, I think we need to make sure that DHHS has made this same change.
that's what I heard
So
announced.
did you hear that from the governor?
No,
or
I get it from the epidemiologist. The state epidemiologist.
for the
He's
state?
for the
Okay,
state.
okay,
It was in the governor's news conference, but he called upon
Okay.
Dr. Chen to discuss that.
okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I just made, I guess it's not on the website yet, from what I'm being told. So
Well, it might,
just keep that in mind,
but it was announced at 3 o'clock today.
right?
CDC announced the changes yesterday. On
Okay.
Wednesday.
I'm just thinking, I just want to make sure we don't make a change unless that change is really officially on the website.
Well, all I can tell you is what I heard from the governor and his epidemiologist. So,
Okay,
all right. I don't know when they'll get it posted, but they said that we could find things on their website.
well, she's gonna go check it now. The person that I'm working with on making the changes for the district,
Okay.
she said she'll check it also.
Is there any other new business? Hearing none, I am going to call this meeting, I'm going to adjourn this meeting at 6:45 PM, and I will see you all within a few minutes in a non-public session, please. Thank you all very much.
Okay.
We'll be back in a few minutes.